Hello, and welcome to this short video on paraphrasing. So what is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing is the expression of someone else's thoughts or ideas in your own words. To use different words to express the same idea. Paraphrasing is a technique used in academic writing to avoid using too many direct quotations. You are demonstrating that you have understood the original meaning while maintaining your own style and voice, rather than relying on someone else's, which is the effect of quoting directly. However, it is very important that you do not change the original meaning of the author you are paraphrasing. In our first example, we have a direct quote from Evans in black, followed by the citation in brackets. By shifting the physical quality of one's voice, a person can express varied emotional states. Below, we have two examples of paraphrasing. In order to convey different feelings, people may use different voice, tone, volume, or emphasis. Or again, Evans notes that a person can express different emotions by changing the tone, stress, or volume of his or her voice. You can see that the original meaning has been maintained, but different words have been used. You can also see that they have been properly referenced. In the second example, the author has used Evans's surname as part of the sentence itself. Because of this, only the date and page numbers need to be included in the brackets, as there's no need to repeat information. In both examples, the order of the sentence has been changed, and the physical qualities of one's voice have been given as specific examples. In our second example of paraphrasing, we have a longer sentence where synonyms, that is, words that mean the same thing, have been substituted for the original. So the original quote, "Much feminist writing of this time finds itself caught between a desire to create a new set of terms and a need to continue to appropriate the language and ideas of an older, more literal, and more male-identified form of political activism." So that original becomes, feminists during the 60s specifically struggled with the gendered nature of language, trapped by an aspiration to produce an original feminine language and the necessity of using conventional masculine discourse. The citation is given directly afterwards. In our final example, the paraphrased information, given in purple, appears at the end of a longer statement. One specific attitude that developed around this time was that consumption could be physically and morally harmful, and that a person's sins or vices could be read upon their faces. This was unfortunate, as various common medical ailments of the time, which have no moral basis, can affect posture and development. Deficiencies in diet, for example, could lead to stunted growth or tuberculosis, or rickets could lead to bone deformities. The text in black is the assignment writer's own words, the writer's academic voice. The paraphrase is used to bring in evidence to back up the writer's point of view. You may notice that a page number has not been included in the citation. This is because, in this example, the original idea runs through an entire article, rather than a distinct quotation that has been changed. Whenever you are paraphrasing, you are using someone else's work, their ideas or concepts. Just because you are rewriting in your own words doesn't mean the idea is yours. you need to reference correctly. If you are using Harvard Cite Them Right, you need to include page numbers so tutors can trace the original quote that you've reworked. On this slide, you can see the complete reference for a couple of our examples, as they would appear in a reference list or bibliography. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, please get in touch.